The Reserve Bank has lifted interest rates to an 11-year high of 4.1% and flagged the potential for more rate increases to reduce inflation. Since May last year, the RBA has raised rates a cumulative 4%, the sharpest increase in a generation.
Interest rates in Australia have surged to an 11-year high, a hammer blow to households struggling with the cost of living.
It's for the Reserve Bank and its board in the usual way to explain and defend the decisions that it takes independently. But I think out there in the community, people who are under pressure will find this decision hard to cop.
For someone with a $500,000 loan, Tuesday's rates decision will mean an extra $76 per month in repayments. But if you add up the cumulative increase since rates began rising last year, then homeowners are paying an extra $1,134 per month. And the bigger the loan, the larger the increase.
The Reserve Bank has got the foot on the brake at exactly the time when the government has put the foot on the accelerator with $185 billion of additional spending in this budget.
RBA Governor Philip Lowe said inflation remains too high in Australia and wages growth has picked up. And for this reason, he lifted rates.
I think today's decision is against a backdrop of that monthly inflation report last week that showed inflationary pressures might be a bit sticky, but also against that minimum wage decision where there was a little bit more inflation pressures likely to be added from that decision.
The Governor is scheduled to speak on Wednesday in Sydney, where he'll get the chance to explain his rates call. So rates up again today to 4.1%, the 12th rate increase to the Australian economy since April last year. But the big question is this the limit of the cash rate or is it going to go higher still? And Governor Lowe made it clear in his statement today that there's a chance rates will need to go up further.
I think I've made my views very clear when it comes to interest rate rises, 11 in 12 months. It's smashing families, and clearly from last week's inflation data, it's not smashing inflation.
The RBA began lifting rates in May 2022 and has lifted rates at every board meeting bar one. Edward Boyd, Sky News.